Hey folks, in this video I've got an interesting Hot Wheels set to show you. This one is called the Transforming Race Tower, and it's kind of a garage type set, but not totally. I mean, the main theme of it, of course, is that you have the racing spiral, but you know, there are at least a few areas that you can see that are kind of parking garage-esque, where you can kind of park your cars and that sort of thing. So kind of a combo type set, and it is a 2-in-1 set, as you can see. And basically I haven't really seen any other sets quite like this. There might be some other variations out there of any kind of toy, I guess, I don't know, but I haven't seen this in a Hot Wheels set where essentially you have a tall tower type of set, and then you flip half of it down to become basically like the raceway thing, like so they become side by side. So to me it's pretty unique and something very interesting. So I don't know if I'm gonna really like this set too much or not, but at least in theory I should. It just seems very interesting, so I had to check it out. And I love collecting the garage type sets, which this is at least partially that, so I just had to check it out. Let's take a look at the box from all sides here. Got some monsters on that side, and this is one of those sets that has the weird angled packaging on one side. You can see the spine here, connect it with a lot of other sets, and the bottom has a copyright, excuse me there, of 2022, so this was in stores in 2023, and yeah, basically this is what the back of the box shows. So plus 64 centimeters, plus 2 feet. I think that means it's greater than those amounts. But yeah, two ways to play. One way is to have the tall tower just like this, and you can take this elevator all the way to the top. It's a double elevator, I guess, which is for if you flip them over to be side by side, then you can kind of have the elevator bring the two cars to the top and have it be a raceway. I don't know how exactly fair of a race this is, because you have like this blue section and this orange section. It seems like they kind of are different lengths, but I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe they figured this out so it's an equal race. But in any case, yeah, those are the main features. Is you got a few parking places, but otherwise taking the elevator to the top, racing the cars down to the bottom. There is a little bit of there's like a little mini repair thing down at the bottom there. It's got a finish line flag, it looks like, and then yeah, I think those are kind of the main things. So I guess with that said, I'll tilt the camera around here, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Let's see what we've got inside. Alright, so here's what we get. First things first, the instruction manual. It does look like there are a few stickers there to apply, not too many. Let me see if I can open these up somehow. But yeah, nice full color instructions here. So there's a good look at that. Let's have a look at what else is in here. It does come with a little poster, and I don't know if I've actually ever seen this particular poster before, so it's kind of cool. I'm trying to see if it gets any bigger than this, or if it's just this single fold out. It looks like it is just that. But there is Hot Wheels City, awesome around every corner, kind of neat artwork there. But this one on this other side shows different sets that you could connect together. And this was the variation of the Ultimate Garage that was out at the time. And yeah, so there's that, and you can connect them together. Alright, so let's take a look at the pieces here. So got some base pieces here in the black. Got what I'm assuming these are kind of the tower pieces. This one certainly is. It looks like this is the part that flips around. We've got a lot of ramps here. And a couple little of the parking area pieces there. Another probably ramp part of the elevator support piece there. Otherwise, that's about all that there is in there. I'm going to get the car out. I'm going to get it put together, and we'll take a look at it. Alright folks, so here is the one car that is included. Let's give you a little close-up look at it. And this is the night shifter. So, like I said, one car included, and with that said, it's time to take a look at the set, which is fully assembled, and assembly was not too difficult at all. Just a few stickers, and then assembly was pretty straightforward. So let's see. So this is kind of a weird gate system they got going on here. I'm not really actually sure how this is supposed to be. I think it like that and whatever. But anyways, you got to drive past that to get onto the elevator here. And I'll use another car here to demonstrate this, because you really need to have two cars for this set. So, but like I said, you've got one section here that actually is kind of like a parking garage. It's got two levels here where you can park cars. The other side is strictly for racing down the ramp, and this is the side that can flip over, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So first of all, we got the elevator. It does stop at each of these parking levels, which is kind of cool. So if you want to, drive a car onto here and park a car there, which why don't we just do that? Let's see. Yeah, I'll park this one there, and then we'll bring this one up here, and we'll pretend that this one's over here. You can park them there. Then we can push the elevator back down to the bottom, and we'll drive these cars down. We've got a couple diverters here. That's a pretty smooth working ramp there, I gotta say. We'll drive this car down. Seems like that's pretty darn smooth. And then with that, now we gotta try the racing feature. So we'll drive them there. We gotta go all the way to the top, and then let them down. So the way that these start is that there is a push button here, and again, I'm gonna assume that Hot Wheels figured it out so that the distances that the cars travel on each of these is roughly equal, despite them being kind of different tracks. But so we'll just go with that assumption, whether it's true or not, and see which car is the fastest here. So let's give this a try. All right, so clearly this one won. We'll try it again and try the cars on different sides. Let's see, so we'll drive this one up here, and this one up here, all the way to the top. And reset the flag down here. Kind of got to just, there we go. Move the elevator down to like here maybe. And then let's go. Okay, this one won this time, so I don't know. Seems like this side might be a little bit faster, but I don't know. Who's to say? Let's race them one more time and really see. Maybe a couple more times. Let's see here. Okay, this side won for sure, and we'll flip them around again. I don't know, it seems like whichever one is on this side is tending to win more, but, I don't know. It could be the cars, could be, I don't know. So, but, in any case, they both went down each side pretty smoothly, so that's pretty good. You'll notice that down here there are some driving areas. Fairly simple stuff. This is kind of just a little circular area here that you can drive around. Then on this side, kind of pretty simple stuff. This one actually has a few parking spaces down at the bottom. So if you want to park a few cars there, you can do that. And it's got this little pretend repair area here, so you can kind of just park there and pretend like you're repairing the car. So just a little extra to have, which is not bad. So with that all said, we need to try this where we flip the set up. So how do we do that? Well, we just simply pull it like this, attach it in there, and then we'll close those up. And you'll notice that there was a little ramp here that flipped down. And then now we have a completely vertical set, something completely different, basically. So now we have, we have this side of the elevator that goes up to nowhere, and this side goes all the way to the top. But we're going to load up both of the cars anyways, because why not? So, and we can reset the flag just for fun, but, you know, I'm thinking this side's going to win. So let's bring the elevator all the way to the top. Be interesting to see how it makes it through this. It's actually pretty smooth. Look at that. I got no let's see. I don't know if I had the camera quite focusing on it. Hold on a sec, folks. But going past this little gap here, kind of got caught there just a little bit. Let's do it again. Gets caught just a teeny bit, but it's pretty smooth overall, I gotta say. So now we are at the top. And you'll see that there's a few parking places up here. So that's pretty cool. So let's drive the cars up here. And just drive them around up here for a second before racing them down to the bottom. It's a nice gesture that they made use of this space for parking up here too, because, you know, like, why not? So that's pretty cool. And it's a long way to the bottom, so let's give this a try. Works pretty good. Let's try the next car. Yeah, that works awesome. So yeah, this is a pretty unique little set here. It really is two different ways to play. That's absolutely true. Maybe one more time. Going up and then down here. Let's see, that's backwards. Drive that on. Go up the elevator all the way to the top. Let's see, let's make sure that clicks up there. Kind of does. All right, here we go. The car flipped that time. Let's try that one more time. Very nice. All right, and this one here. Beautiful. That works really, really well, I gotta say. So now let's say we're sick of this and we want to switch it back to the raceway layout. Well, first you want to bring the elevator back down here. And then you got just this, because this is obviously tight here now, but you turn this lever and it loosens this up. Well, now all you got to do is flip it right back. Kind of connect these areas here, just like that. Very easy, very easy. And now we're back to the raceway, which, well, why don't we try it one more time since we're here. And ready, set, go. All right. So this side has won every time, so I don't know. That just is what it is. But anyways, there it was, folks. The transforming race tower from Hot Wheels. I gotta say, it's a pretty unique set, and everything works as it should, I think. So it's got a pretty positive review from me. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.